Assalamualaikum. My name is Afiza Kamalinas. In this video, we are going to present about our assignment 2, which about the influence of reference groups, social class, culture, and subcultural elements in social and cultural dimensions to customer decision making. I'm going to start with the introduction. So, consumer decision making is influenced by psychological, social, and cultural factors. Reference group, social class, and cultural factors play crucial roles in shaping consumers' purchasing decisions and perceptions. Social class refers to a group of consumers with common decision, with common income, education, and lifestyle circumstances, while consumer culture influences their preference and values. Collectivist cultures prioritize group interests, while individualist cultures prioritize individual interests. Organizations can design strategies based on these factors, especially in the global market, to better understand and cater to consumers' needs. For next presenter, we are going to play her presentation video.
Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Nofara Ain binti Mota. So today I would like to present about reference group. Reference group are social groups, work groups, family or close friend is a consumer identifies with and may want to join. They influence consumer attitudes and behavior. A reference group helps shape a person attitudes and behavior. Next, I will talk about reference group category. Reference groups are divided into two key categories: normative reference group and comparative reference group. First, normative reference group are those that influence an individual's foundational values and general behaviors. Family is one of the most significant normative groups. For example, parents often teach their children core values like budgeting, choosing sustainable products, or being loyal to certain brands. These lessons shape long-term habits such as preferring energy efficient appliance or valuing organic food products. Second, we have comparative reference groups. These groups influence more specific behaviors and attitudes. They include peers, colleagues, or neighbors whose lifestyle or consumption habits we admire and want to replicate. For instance, seeing a neighbor drive a luxury car or use the latest high-end smartphone might inspire someone to pursue similar purchases. While normative groups shape general consumer habits, comparative groups tend to focus on aspirational behaviors, guiding individuals toward more targeted consumption patterns. Both types of group play a critical role in shaping consumers' decision making. Next is impact of reference group on consumer behavior. Influence consumer behavior through 5 key factors, which is information and experience. These reference groups are especially valuable for consumers who lack experience with a product or service. For example, someone buying a luxury car for the first time might ask their friends or family for advice. Similarly, if a product is new or complex, people often look to trusted sources for recommendations to reduce the risk of poor decision. In contrast, experienced consumers are less likely to rely on reference groups because they feel confident in their own ability to make informed choices. Secondly is credibility, attractiveness, and power. The influence of a reference group is stronger when it is perceived as credible, attractive, or powerful. For instance, industry experts or professionals are trusted because of their knowledge and reliability, and consumers often to follow their advice when making decisions. Aspirational groups such as wealthy or successful individuals also have a strong impact. This group inspire consumers to emulate their purchasing habits to align with their values or elevate their own social status. Thirdly, conspicuousness of the product. Products that are highly visible or socially significant are more influenced by reference groups. For example, include branded clothing, luxury cars, or high-end gadgets. These products are often purchased with the opinions and reaction of others in mind, as they help signal status or identity. On the other hand, products consumed privately, like cleaning supplies or groceries, are less likely to be influenced by reference group dynamics. Marketers focus on emphasizing social or status enhancing aspect for conspicuous products to appeal to consumers influenced by their reference group. Fourth is consumer conformity. Reference groups encourage conformity by influencing norms and legitimizing specific choices. For example, when a social circle collectively endorses a certain smartphone brand, it signals to others that adopting the same brand is acceptable and desirable. This need for conformity helps to consumers feel a sense of belonging, as aligning with group norms reinforce their identity within that group. Marketers leverage this by creating campaigns that highlight group approval or by presenting their products as consistent with current trends. Last but not least is celebrity appeals. Celebrities act as powerful reference group because they inspire admiration, aspiration, and empathy. For example, a celebrity athlete endorsing a sport drink can create a strong association between the product and high performance. Similarly, a famous actor promoting skincare product can influence consumers to adopt the same routines. Research has shown that celebrity endorsements are particularly effective among younger audience, as they boost brand loyalty and foster favorable word-of-mouth marketing. Business often select celebrities who align with their brand image and resonate with the target audience to maximize the impact of their campaign. That's all for my part. I will pass to the next presenter.
And for now, I'll be presenting for social class and consumer decision making. Social class significantly affects behavioral patterns in consumption, brand preference, and purchase decision. Let's start with the effect of social class on buying decisions. Different income groups have varying priorities when making purchases. For instance, individuals in lower income classes often prioritize price and affordability, focusing on value for money option. In contrast, upper income groups lean towards luxury items, which they often associate with status and prestige. Moving on to their lifestyle preference and consumption patterns. Social class strongly influences where people shop and what they buy. Lower income consumers often frequent discount stores or local markets, emphasizing basic needs and survival. Meanwhile, the wealthy typically shop at exclusive boutiques or premium online stores, showcasing their ability to afford luxury and exclusivity. This reflects their broader lifestyle and preference. Another important aspect is consumer aspiration and brand loyalty. Across income groups, social class fuels aspirations, with many individuals seeking to elevate their status through consumption. This is evident in the trend of excessive consumerism, where people purchase high-priced items to project wealth and prestige. Lower income consumers are generally price sensitive, with brand loyalty taking a backseat to affordability. And moving on to the next slides. Definition of social class and its key component. Social class is significant for understanding consumer behavior, defined as a hierarchical division of society based on economic, social, and cultural factors. For the key component, there are a few, which is wealth and income, occupation and education, lifestyle choice, shopping behavior, and aspirations and conspicuous consumption. Next. social class hierarchy. The primary determinant of consumer behavior is social class. It establishes brand loyalty, purchasing patterns, and interest and preference. The lower, middle, higher classes are typically three major classes in this rank. The consumption habits and purchasing behaviors of each of these groups differ. Lower class individuals often base their judgment and purchases on basic factors like price and usefulness. Due to the little amount of money left over after living expenditures, they will really be purchasing necessities rather than indulgences. The following of some traits of this class is budget-conscious choices, practical needs, and brand sensitivity. Next is middle class. Middle class person exhibit traits from both the lower and higher classes, placing them squarely in the center of the social pyramid. The traits are value for money, aspirational purchases, and brand loyalty. Next is the people in upper classes make a lot of money, therefore they have more buying power and can buy more. Their spending patterns reveals their socio-economic luxury consumption, preference for exclusivity, and aspirational purchases. Next. Impact of social class on consumer behavior. The main factor influencing consumer behavior is social class, which limits and controls all aspects of buying choices, including brand preference and consumption trends. This has its roots in the social hierarchy that now exists, which is based on an individual economic, educational, and vocational characteristic. The consumption pattern is determined by lifestyle choices as well as socio-economic status. While people in lower social classes may be content with activities that are feasible given their budget, those in higher social classes will have the luxury of engaging in certain pricey leisure pursuits, such as those related to travel or special occasions. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and a very good morning or afternoon. My name is Nur Aisha and today I will present my part, which is the influence of culture and subculture. So firstly, I will start with the definition for both terms. So culture refers to a wide and multifaceted thing that incorporates beliefs, values, custom, norms, traditions, convention, and signs that make sense of affiliation or organization. It is influenced not only by nationality but also by factors like religion, language, social class, and regional differences. Dynamic and evolving culture is passed down through generation in socialization. While next is about subculture, subculture refers to a part of culture which contains the very essential features of the main culture. It represents a way to segment culture and markets into smaller, homogeneous groups that can be targeted with distinct marketing strategies. This segmentation allows subculture to identify and address a unique portion of the overall culture. Next, I will explain about the key elements of culture. So I will start with the cultural values. So cultural values is a core belief about what is important, shaping attitudes and preferences toward products and brands. Example, collectivism and versus individualism. So next is the norms and customs. It's about unwritten rules that guide behavior affecting the consumption patterns. For example, cultural norms around gift giving. Next, for the culture, key elements is the cultural identity, is the influence of culture on preferences and attitudes, allowing marketers to connect with specific groups through tailored campaigns. Next is the key elements of subculture. First is listing of values and belief. Subculture often have unique preferences that differ from mainstream culture, influencing the product choices. For example, eco-consciousness. Next is the identify as passion. The membership in subculture provides a sense of belonging, often expressed through products or behavior. For example, clothing style type related to rock. Lastly, for the key elements of subculture is behavioral patterns, which is the subculture exhibit unique purchasing habits and brand loyalties, creating opportunities for targeted marketing. For example, gamers supporting specific brands. Next is the culture and subculture influence in marketing. The culture is one of the influence is culture intelligence, market segmentation, consumer insights. For the subculture, distinct consumer preferences, targeted marketing strategy, and trend setting. So based on this, I would summarize that culture and subculture plays a critical role in shaping consumer behavior and guiding effective marketing strategy. By understanding the culture involves recognizing the shared values, norms, and identity within the society, marketers can rely on cultural intelligence to develop campaigns that resonate with specific cultural groups, often using insight about language, traditions, and preference to segment markets and enhance the brand loyalty. By aligning the product and messages with cultural values, businesses can create deeper connection with their target audience. Next, for the subculture, what I can summarize as smaller segments with a larger culture offer unique opportunities for targeted marketing. Subculture often have distinct preferences, behavior, and identities, enabling brands to craft tailored strategy that resonate deeply with these groups. For example, include the vegan consumer prioritizing the plant-based product or gamers supporting the brands aligned with their lifestyle. Marketers can leverage subculture trends such as urban streetwear, which often influence the broader market trends to position their product as innovative and relevant. So together with this subculture and culture provide valuable framework for developing impactful marketing strategy that can connect with diverse consumer group. So that's all from my part. I will pass to the next presenter for the conclusion and recommendation.
Okay, back with me again for the conclusion and recommendations. So in conclusion, this presentation basically explores the influence of reference groups, social class, and cultural factors on consumer decision making, highlighting how these factors influence brand preference, brand commitment, and purchasing behavior. For recommendation, I have listed down 5 recommendations, which firstly is leverage credible reference groups, so marketers can enhance brand credibility and consumer engagement by collaborating with credible influencers and celebrities. Second is segment marketing by social class, so they can segment marketing by social class, focusing on luxury for upper class consumers and affordability for lower income groups. Third is cultural intelligence and customization, so investing in cultural research and customizing marketing messages can foster stronger connections. Fourth is enhanced visibility of products. So marketers should enhance product visibility by emphasizing social status and aspirational values through visually impactful campaigns and endorsement. To appeal consumers' desire for social validation. So lastly is promote sustainability and inclusivity. To promote sustainability, it's actually to integrate socially responsible and environmentally friendly practices into marketing strategies, appealing to values prevalent across diverse cultures and subcultures. So that is all from us. Thank you and have a nice day.